I'm talking about when I say it. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm a private investigator. I've got this envelope that says Super Mayor. Inside I have from the United States District Court, Northern District of Illinois, Hiram Oyson Jr. to you as both personal and in your role as mayor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you much.
You are, anytime, appreciate it. You did have to click back, huh? Alright. I guess anything else? I get sued all the time. Y'all, stop it. What happened? Right. When people send things out as it relates to Thornton Township, if it didn't come from myself, the supervisor, it is invalid. I did not cancel this meeting. I will not cancel a meeting as it relates to, board member not being here. I will still show up, and if it's not a quorum, then the meeting will be canceled. I just wanna make sure you understand that. You have a lot of imposters that is claiming to represent this township. I'm telling you right now, please stop before I sue you. You do not represent Thornton Township in no shape, form, or in my opinion, because you're against the wall, so you have no way to exit. So I just want to clear it up for those that keep lying about we didn't have any safety measures. I'm gonna have Keith Price speak to that. He was the person that handled the safety issues. We have it in writing for the news if anybody wants it. We can give you a copy of it so you can take it with you and you can clear up the misleading information that the imposter has gave you. So Keith Price, you have the floor to talk about the safety issues.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Madam Supervisor, residents, staff. When informed about safety concerns, I immediately reached out to Rob. In place, we had correspondence with the actual security company, and so we did take those matters seriously and started working on them immediately. They still made her go downstairs. This room is the safest room because it's easy to control, and the elected official has 2 doors that they could exit out of if the meeting did. But we did start immediately working on safety concerns for one trustee that asked for it, but for everyone. So, yeah, I don't know where they got that from. We started as far as the wands, so that's just a lie.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so it's around $9.something million surplus here in Thornton Township. So I just want to point some things out to you. We have on the agenda to have a presentation about our audit from John Casper, and he was going to talk as it relates to our numbers. When you find out the great things that we have done, the great things that I always speak about, and the positive cash flow that we have here at Thornton Township, you're going to be amazed. You're going to see that everything that stop believing everything you hear, because at this moment, I know one of my lawyers, I've always told you guys, I am under attack. Whether you want to believe it or not, the first female to hold this position, which is the largest township in the state of Illinois. Frank Zuccarelli shoes. Frank had the position, I think, 29, 30 years, and I came right after that. So what they say, the first gets the worst, and that's what mom and pop stores or vendors, they want their money. So for us not to come here at a regularly scheduled board meeting and show up and vote for the people, because that's their business, they took care of, whether they finish or the city that you live in, raise your property taxes. All these individuals raise your property tax, including the school boards, whether that's 148, 149, 152, it's several, I'm gonna go down the line. And then 205, which is the high school district. All you'll get a side, my side, and now you decide what you want to believe or what you see the truth to be. So I ask you to continue to do this. I appreciate the respect.
Good evening. Thornton Township decided to announce the launch of this year's tax refund program, aimed at reaching more residents in our community than ever.
So that's why when you hear me up here saying, hey, why y'all taking stuff out of the GA department? You got no authority in that, and that's what I'm talking about when I say that. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm a private investigator. I've got this envelope that says Super Mayor. Inside I have from the United States District Court, Northern District of Illinois, Hiram Oyson Jr. to you as both personal and in your role as mayor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you much.
You are, anytime, appreciate it. You did have to click back, huh? All right. I guess anything else? I get sued all the time. I get sued all the time. Y'all, stop it. What happened? Election.
All right, very important, President.
Tonight involving a controversial politician in the south suburbs. Tiffany Henyard was the only Thornton Township leader to show up for a scheduled meeting. Others telling us they're worried for their safety. CBS News Chicago is always investigating. Our Jermont Terry is live with the new twist in this months-long saga. Jermont.
Erica, good evening. The most notable difference tonight, everyone entering this building behind me had to go through security, and it was because of lack of security the trustees opted to not attend tonight's meeting, and that just left Supervisor Tiffany Henyard to make her own address on a variety of topics. Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard entered the room to a nearly vacant board table. She gave the clerk a hug as every other seat next to them was vacant.
Due to the fact that we do not have a quorum, there will not be an actual voting meeting.
The reason trustees did not show up, they argue, is due to this.
Like I said, it was about to get physical.
Trustee Chris Gonzalez sat out Tuesday night's meeting after he claims the trustees got no response from Henyard about how she could keep these meetings safe.
Well, I do know the trustee also did send a communication to the state. We need some help here because this is getting out of control, and somebody's going to get hurt.
Safety is my top priority.
Henyard says the trustees insisted on having meetings in the basement overflow room. She says she wanted meetings in the board chambers where she sat alone Tuesday night.
We called our security firm, we made sure they had ones, and we also told our board to come upstairs due to the fact they had several ways to exit out of the building.
Henyard implied this was a stall tactic by the trustees.
To say that it's an antic, well, let's sit down and put something together, a safety plan, and then we'll just take it from there. But once again, there's no communication.
One trustee did communicate with Henyard and the clerk. Trustee Jerry Jones resigned suddenly, according to Henyard.
Me and the board and also the clerk will talk about our steps moving forward for her filling that vacancy.
Since there was no official business addressed, Henyard took the time to speak out about a huge surplus she says exists in the township.
It's around $9-something million surplus here in Thornton Township.
Now, in addition to that $9 million plus surplus she says exists, Henyard also says she's making $2 million available to some 25,000 homeowners to help in the high property taxes in the area. It's not clear tonight exactly how anyone can get access to those funds, so that's a to be determined. As for Trustee Jones, his resignation, we should point out he is the senior or was the senior trustee on this board. It's not clear why he resigned all of a sudden. Reporting live in South Holland tonight, I'm Jermont Terry, CBS News Chicago.
Thank you.
La première fois.